follow the law. The law says...
Glorious. Is it a lawsuit? Probably. Why not?
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back to Buckle Up, It's the Law with Attorney Larry Foreman. Folks, today we are going to continue, and we're going to conclude day 1 of 3. This is video part number 9 of the Fraser Bohm preliminary hearing in April of 2025. This is right before Alan Jackson came on scene to represent Mr. Bohm, as his family has since retained Alan Jackson, the one from the Karen Reed case, to represent Mr. Bohm in his 4 murder charges and 4 manslaughter charges in California. And with me, I have, once again, as always, Ms. Ari Jacob. How are you, Ari?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Always, as always. Are you as excited as I am to see what Miguel has to say?
Yes, it's getting juicier the more we go down. So
we're learning a lot about this case.
Yeah.
And hopefully Miguel will fill us with, I guess, any more blanks or gaps or what have you. So let's dive right in, shall we?
Okay.
Good afternoon, Mr. Cucino. I would like to ask you about October 17th of 2023, around 8:30 p.m. On that date and time, were you on PCH at Rambla Pacifico near Duke's Restaurant here in Los Angeles?
Yes.
And were you in a vehicle?
Yes.
What kind of vehicle?
2023 Ford Explorer.
And what color was that?
Black.
Were you the driver of that car?
Yes, I was.
Were you alone, or was there somebody with you?
I was with my wife.
Is that Natalie Rodriguez?
Correct.
And that's Nataly, correct?
Correct.
And then Rodriguez is Rodriguez?
No, S.
S. Okay. Where was she seated in the vehicle?
She was on the right side next to me.
So the front passenger.
Yes.
As you were in the area of Duke's Restaurant, was there anything that caught your attention?
No.
Okay. As you drove then on PCH, were you driving north or south?
I was driving north.
As you drove north, was there anything that caught your attention?
No.
Okay. At some point, did something out of the ordinary happen?
No, not until we got to the stoplight.
Okay. What happened
At Duke's?
at the stoplight?
So I saw this black BMW. He didn't pull up all the way up to the line. He was actually a car behind. So he was literally next to me when he pulled up to the light. And there was a car in front of me. So that was the only thing that I saw that was out of place.
Okay, so the black BMW, could you describe it at all?
It was all blacked out. I noticed that it was an M5 with the badge on the side of the car, and that was it.
Could you see who was inside?
No, I did not.
And you said that he was not pulled up to the limit line. Is that what you said?
Right, yes, that's correct.
Was there anyone in front of him?
No.
At the stoplight?
No. Hold on, sir. If you can just do me a favor, if you can just try to pause just a second after the attorneys ask a question before you respond. So it's not like we're talking anywhere else, just courts, just a little different. And that would help a lot. Thank you. All right. Mr. Bartos?
What lane was that BMW M5 in? In the left lane or the right lane?
The left lane.
And then what lane was your vehicle in?
In the right lane.
Was there anyone or any vehicle ahead of you?
Yes, there was one.
And do you remember what kind of car that was?
It was a white Altima.
Do you remember seeing a pickup truck at all at the light?
No.
And when the light turned green, what happened?
So when the light turned green, it took a second for us to get up and going. There was a car in front of me, the white Altima. He took off first, and then I took off, and then the BMW took off. As we were taking off, the BMW sped up a little bit and started getting into the right lane. So he started veering into my right lane, but not next to me, but next to the white vehicle. And the white vehicle honked at him, and I guess he paid attention. I'm not exactly sure what happened. He accelerated a little bit. He stopped and then...
I'm going to object, Your Honor, as to the paid attention portion. Motion to strike is speculation, and if he could just describe what he saw.
All right, sustained. Sir, you can keep going. Okay, so... And just for the record, if I didn't do it, the motion to strike that portion is granted. Go ahead, sir. So the BMW sped up one time and it stopped, and then it sped up again. And the second time that it sped up, that's where he went up north further than us. So he passed both of our vehicles.
And when you say, just to be clear, when you say stopped, you mean stopped accelerating or stopped?
He actually stopped accelerating. He accelerated once hard, he stopped, and then the second time he continued to do the same.
But at no point did he actually stop the vehicle.
No, no, no.
That would be leading.
Overruled.
All right, so let's talk about then that second time that you said that you saw the BMW accelerate. What did you see happen after that?
So he veered back into his lane.
And when you say his lane, which one are you calling his lane?
Left lane.
Okay, so once the BMW was in the left lane, what occurred?
He sped up.
You had mentioned starting to accelerate and slowing down on the acceleration. Did you ever see a slowdown on this acceleration?
What do you mean?
You said that he started to speed up again. Did he continue to speed up?
The second time, yes.
So what did you see the BMW do?
Well, at that point, he was already almost 600 meters away from us. He was literally already at the turn.
One thing that I find fascinating, by the way, Ari, is that this is the first witness, Miguel, who is not talking in miles or feet or yards.
I just noticed that too.
This is possibly someone who was raised in Europe, who understands like meters and distance in meters. This is extremely rare in America to hear somebody talk in meters. Did you catch that?
Yeah, I did. I mean, I don't know where they use meters, but I did catch that they said meters.
I mean, it's not that complicated. You know, me being raised in Europe, like I understand maybe not as much as I used to meters. I'm better with feet now, but you just divide by 3, you know. 1 meter is 3 feet. That's all you have to remember.
I'm not good at anything. Like if you ask me how far away is my camera from me, I mean, I guess I could do feet, but other than feet, I can't. I wouldn't be able to tell you.
I don't blame you.
I guess it's like girl math. I don't know. Maybe some girls know distance better, but I'm not good at that.
I don't know. I'm going to have to ask Chandler. Have you or someone you love been injured as a result of someone else's negligence? Or worse, lost a loved one because of it? I am attorney Larry Foreman, and myself and my team of trial lawyers are ready to help you to get the absolute maximum compensation permissible under the law. We know the system. We understand how to win. Anywhere in the United States, 24 hours a day. 1-844-774-HURT. Call us. We can help. And what you're calling a turn, what is that?
I guess they call it dead man's turn. I'm not sure. That's what I've heard. Oh, geez.
Is that an actual turn on PCH?
Yes. It's where the crash occurred. Hold on. One at a time, sir. Mr. Bartos.
Do you have to stop vehicles at this turn, or is this a veering on the road?
It's a veering.
So as the BMW approached that part, that section of PCH, what did you observe happen?
So what I observed was that there was no attempt of hitting the brakes. What I saw was the BMW actually, he swerved around another vehicle to make it, I guess, around that vehicle that was in front of him. At that point, I saw, I don't know if it was dust or if it was clouds from the tire smoke. And that's where I saw the car hit the concrete barrier or the sidewalk. Sorry.
All right, I want to take that a little bit at a time. You mentioned that the BMW swerved around another vehicle.
Correct.
So that other vehicle, do you remember what kind of car that was?
No, I don't.
Do you remember the color?
No, I don't.
Where was that vehicle positioned? In which lane?
It was in the second lane.
Okay, is that closer to the center of the
Close.
PCH or closer to the curb?
Closer to the center divider.
So that had previously been the lane that you said that the BMW was in, correct?
Yes.
All right. So did you see the BMW then go into the right-hand side lane?
Correct.
What did the BMW do once it got into the right-hand lane?
So when he tried to get into the right lane, I guess his tires skid and there was no control over the car.
Objection, Your Honor. Speculation. Motion to strike.
Sustained and granted. Sir, can you just tell us what you saw, not what you guess? Can you actually just tell us what you saw? That's exactly what I saw. You saw the car skid? Yes. All right. Next question.
Did you hear anything at that time?
No.
And what was it that you saw that led you to believe that the car was skidding?
The smoke.
Could you see where the smoke was coming from?
No, it was just smoke.
And was it a substantial amount of smoke or a small amount of smoke?
It was small.
And was the BMW still accelerating at that point?
I'm not sure.
Do you remember how fast you were driving at that point in time?
Below the speed limit, I believe I was driving around 40 miles an hour.
And what do you think the speed limit is there?
It's 45.
The BMW was going faster than you were?
Yes.
Substantially faster than you?
Yes.
And did it drive faster than that car that was in the left-hand lane?
What do you mean? Oh, the one that was in the right in front of me?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Did he actually pass that vehicle?
Yes, he did.
Did you see the BMW collide with any vehicles?
No, he was too far ahead.
So did you ever see any contact or any near contact with that vehicle that you said the BMW swerved around?
No, no, no.
Did you hear any honking or anything like that?
So when we took off, like I said, we took off, he veered into the white car's lane and the white car warned him, honked at him, and that's where he veered off back into his lane. And then he took off.
But on that second car that the BMW went around, did you hear any honking?
No, no, it was way too far.
So you said that the BMW got too far for you to see a collision. Did you see anything in terms of your observations as to the BMW after that?
No, no.
What happened is you continued to drive on PCH.
So when I continued to drive on PCH, I start seeing a bunch of smoke coming from the vehicle. I pulled up right behind the vehicle, the black BMW. I turned on my hazards and I rushed over.
So you got out of your car?
Yes.
When you came upon the collision scene, what cars do you remember seeing actually involved in or actually damaged?
The very first car was the BMW.
Did you see any other cars?
No.
Did you approach the BMW?
Yes, I did.
And when you approached the BMW, what happened?
The front driver's door was open and I yelled at the person. I yelled at him, "What are you doing?" And he said, "I'm sorry." That's all he said.
When you said, "What were you doing?" What did you observe that person doing?
Well, he just seemed discombobulated. He didn't know what was going on. He just looked at me and he said, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry." That's all he said.
Do you see that person in court today?
Yes, I do.
Will you please tell us where they are in the courtroom and something they are wearing?
He's sitting to my left wearing the black suit. The witness has identified the defendant, Mr. Bohm, for the record.
When you first saw the defendant, was he still in his vehicle or was he out of his vehicle?
He was still in the vehicle.
I would like to show you, since I already have it in, I'm going to show you a video. This is People's One, entitled Maria Ortiz Video. It's actually on screen right now. I'm going to play it for you and then I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, okay? The video is then played. Okay, the video finished playing through at 41 seconds. Did you recognize what was depicted in that video?
Yes.
And what did you recognize that to be?
Well, I was standing next to the person that was in the black BMW.
All right. I'm going to play and go to a specific time here. Let me just back it up a little bit. All right. So I'm at 13 seconds into the video. And looking at the right-hand side of the screen, do you see yourself?
Yes, I do.
Where are you?
I'm right next to the boy that's wearing the sweatsuit. Can I ask you to do me a favor? Is there a pointer here?
I put it back on the side over there, Your Honor.
No, the pointer fell, sir. Can you do me a favor? Would you mind pointing to where you are? Just hold on a second, sir. And would you do me a favor? Would you point to where you are? Right there. That's me.
And this is People's One, Your Honor?
Yes.
And may the record reflect, the witness selected the person wearing it looked like the white shoes, shorts that appeared tan and camouflage. Is that correct, sir?
Yes. All right. You can take a seat, sir. Thank you.
And as we look at the video, to the immediate right of you, there's someone who is wearing like a gray sweatpants and sweatshirt.
Yes. Yeah.
Is that the defendant?
Yes.
Now, what were you doing with the defendant at that point in time?
I believe at the time I was trying to actually sit him down.
And why was that?
Because he was getting up.
Was there a reason why you're trying to keep him in position?
I didn't know if he was going to run or if he was going to try to do something. I just wanted him to stay still.
Did you stay present until law enforcement arrived?
Yes, I did.
And you spoke to them about what happened?
Yes, I did.
Did you tell them essentially what you told us today?
Correct.
I would like to show you one other video I'm going to play from People's 4 for identification. The video is then played. I'm going to play the video entitled 21628 PCH. I'm going to move it to, 828:35. I'm going to play it forward, sir, and then I'm going to ask you some questions about what you saw. The video is then played some more. Okay, pausing at 8:29:30. There appears to be a person running from the right-hand side of the screen towards the center of the screen. Did you see that?
Yes.
Did you recognize that person?
That's me.
I'm going to play forward, and then I'll ask you some more questions. The video is then played some more. Okay, now I'm stopping at 8:30:16. Did you continue to see yourself in the video?
Yes.
Okay. It appeared that you approached... I'm sorry, Your Honor. Objection, that's leading.
Well, he hasn't asked anything yet. Go ahead.
It appeared that you approached the defendant. Is that what happened?
Yes.
Objection, leading.
Sustained.
Motion to strike.
Granted.
If the court might gently admonish...
Mr. Kraut, I don't need to admonish Mr. Bartos. Next question, please. Non-leading, please, sir.
Certainly, Your Honor. What did you see? And we have two things here. We have the video in front of you, and then we have your memory of the evening. What did you observe the defendant doing on the video after I asked you to identify yourself? Do you see what he was doing?
No.
Okay. Do you remember what the defendant was doing that evening? Objection, vague.
He was driving the car. Sustained.
At the point where you had gotten out of your car and you came onto the scene, the first time you saw the defendant, do you remember what he was doing?
No, I do not.
Okay, at some point, did you move the defendant?
No, I didn't.
Okay, what happened in terms of the defendant's movement?
So when I got to his driver's door, I talked to him for a couple seconds, and then I believe his name is Victor. He came out of his truck, and he came toward me, and that's where he said can I cuss? Yes, you can.
If that's the quote.
He said, you son of a bee, you just killed somebody. And that's where Victor grabbed him, and I'm there with Victor walking. Fraser Michael, I believe is his name, we walked him over to the shoulder, and Victor actually grabbed him and sat him down on the ground.
And then did you stay in that area?
Yes, I stayed next to him.
And did the defendant stay in that area?
Yes, he did.
Did you say anything to the defendant while he was seated on the ground?
No, the only thing I said was to Mr. Victor, I told him, just sit there and watch him.
Did the defendant say anything to you?
No.
I have no further questions.
Mr. Kraut?
Thank you, Your Honor. Good afternoon, sir. When you set him down, you saw he was bleeding from the mouth?
Yes, he was.
And for a period of time, actually, you moved over because he was actually bleeding quite a bit out of his mouth.
No, not a lot, no.
And the night that this happened, did you give the investigators, Deputy Tells, did you give him an accurate description of everything that happened?
Yes, I did.
Were you truthful in everything you said?
Yes.
And were you accurate and complete in everything you told him?
Yes, I was.
Okay, now, after the incident, you saw this on the news.
Yes.
And you read articles about it.
No. Sir, can I ask you a favor? Can you pull the microphone closer to you? Thank you very much. Mr. Kraut, sir?
Okay, so you saw the news articles, correct?
Just saw it on the news.
And who else did you talk to about this?
No one.
And when you gave the complete and accurate statement, did you tell the investigator how far back you are or what everything you saw?
If I recall, no.
Okay. You told Deputy Tells that you were on PCH when the person in the black BMW, my client, passed you, correct?
Correct.
And you saw him veer to the right and then veer back and then pass the vehicle, correct?
Correct.
And where he seemed, you said, where he accelerated was right at the curb and he lost control and collided, correct?
No.
You didn't say that?
No, what I said, he sped off after passing the white car.
I guess you didn't use the word accelerate. You said he sped up when he got to the curb and lost control and collided.
No, he sped off before he got to the curb.
Okay. So, if the deputy had, did you notice that he had a camera on?
Yes, I did.
The body cam?
Yes, I did.
And so whatever it is on that body cam is an accurate depiction of what happened because it was the closest, not a year and a half later with seeing articles and news articles. It's your first impression of everything you saw, correct?
Correct.
And that's the most accurate. Fair?
I believe so.
Okay. Nothing further.
All right. Mr. Bartos, anything else?
No, thank you.
All right, sir, you're excused. However, you're subject to recall, which means if you get a call from the attorneys, you have to come back. Okay. Do you understand and agree? Yes. All right, sir. Have a good evening.
You know what, sir? I do have one follow-up.
Sir, hold on one second.
Sir, I'll bring you back one moment. Let me just ask you, what else was Victor saying to him, to my client?
I don't recall.
Okay. Was he in a calm tone, like we're talking in court, or was he aggravated and upset?
He was upset.
Okay. Nothing further.
Mr. Bartos?
Were you upset, sir?
Was I upset?
Yeah.
Yes, I was.
Why were you upset? Objection, Your Honor. Irrelevant.
Because 4 people... Hold on.
That's beyond the scope, Judge. I didn't ask if he was.
Well, Mr. Bartos could then recall the witness, so I'm going to overrule it. Go ahead, sir. You can answer. So, yes, I was upset because 4 people had lost their life that night.
We don't need to go into details, but you actually saw that there were people who were deceased in the roadway. Is that correct?
Yes.
Thank you. No further questions.
Mr. Kraut, sir?
Were you yelling at my client?
No.
Thank you.
All right. You are now excused. However, as I told you, if the attorneys call you, you have to come back. You have a good night. Thank you. All right, we're going to recess for the afternoon. We will resume tomorrow at 9 a.m. at 9 a.m. Mr. Baum, sir, I'm ordering you back to this courtroom at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, April 29th. Sir, do you understand and agree to appear?
Yes.
That will be the order. Thank you. All right, back on the record. Who do we need ordered back, please?
I need Deputy Tells. How do you say Aarons?
Sergeant Aarons, yes.
Sergeant Aarons.
Do I have to tell you Foss?
I don't need Foss.
Thank you, sir. That little bar gets you some. Thank you, sir. And then, of course, our IO Apodaca, Deputy Apodaca. All right, we're off record just for a second. All right, back on the record, the parties have requested the following individuals ordered back: Deputy Tellis, Sergeant Aarons, and Deputy Apodaca. Do you gentlemen agree to return tomorrow to this courtroom at 9 a.m. without any further order, notice, or subpoena? Deputy Tellis, sir?
Yes, sir.
Sergeant Aarons, sir?
Understood, sir.
And Deputy Apodaca, sir?
Yes.
All right, everybody have a good evening. Thank you.
And sorry, we missed Deputy Lee. If he could also be ordered back, please.
All right, Deputy Lee, I don't want you to feel left out, sir. Deputy Lee, sir, do you understand and agree to come back tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, Deputy, thank you. Everyone have a good night.
Matter was adjourned to the following day, April 29th, 2025. Thoughts, Ari?
Well, this guy was mad and he seemed like credible, so I don't know. Maybe it sounds like there's a possibility that I just don't understand it's hard to like picture the going back and forth, but it seems like maybe Fraser was winding in and out of people, you know?
Yeah.
It's interesting because nobody's mentioned the truck. Have you heard anybody mention the truck?
Nope.
Yeah. That doesn't look good for Fraser, but it's interesting that he then when he got out, he was like, I'm sorry. And then they thought he was gonna, I mean, it seems like some of what they were feeling was like projecting what, you know, I don't know. Cause they're saying they thought maybe he would leave, but then he's saying he was discombobulated. So I'm not sure but there's reports that he actually did leave that he ran away or tried to leave the scene, but it doesn't seem like we have any evidence of that so far with the witnesses, right?
Well, we had two witnesses. I think it was Victor and Miguel so far out of the 5 or 6 witnesses that we covered on day 1 now that we've concluded it. It seems like their belief, although honestly and sincerely held, that Fraser could get up and leave is just so unrealistic. I mean, but again, hindsight is 20/20. You never know what a kid's going to do. You know, a young 22-year-old, 21-year-old, whatever, just after you have mauled over 4 people on the highway, you know?
Yeah,
so I can't blame them for thinking he's going to run, but there seems to be absolutely no indicia or indication that he had any intent to run or flee the scene. Now,
I could see him being like, don't touch me. Like, you know, like if you just want to crash and then someone's like shaking you or grabbing you, I'd be like, don't touch me.
It's okay if they were under the mistaken belief that he was trying to flee. Like, that's fine. I have no problem with that. I think if I were in their shoes, if I were Miguel or Victor, I probably would feel the same thing.
Well, this is my gripe with the media. The Daily Mail literally said that it was like reported or witnesses at the scene saw that he was tackled by some fraternity brothers or something like that. I definitely read that in the Daily Mail. Yeah.
Well, we haven't seen any of that yet. I don't know if it's coming, but there's definitely been no tackling by anyone anywhere so far.
But in my TikTok comments, a bunch of people commented, he tried to leave the scene, he was tackled and all this stuff. So I haven't heard that in all these videos that we've done yet. So.
Well, you know how rumors get started, right? It starts with one person person A telling person B, oh, Fraser was, detained at the scene. Oh, by law enforcement? No, by civilians. Oh, okay. And then person B goes to C, says, oh, did you hear? Fraser was detained by civilians at the scene. Oh, was he trying to flee? Oh, I don't know. And then person C goes to person D and goes, did you hear Fraser was trying to flee the scene? Oh my God, he was? was? Really? And then they go on to person E is like, I heard he was tackled. I heard he got the snot beat out of him.
Right.
I heard, and then it goes ad infinitum.
So the line from Daily Mail is, according to witnesses, he had attempted to flee the scene and had to be tackled down and stopped by students from the nearby Pepperdine Sigma Chi fraternity. Like, where did you get that, Daily Mail? And that's the problem with the media, is that they start to paint the narratives. Now, he could have been speeding and all this stuff, but that doesn't help, you know? It doesn't help. That's why people are saying, yeah, he deserves murder. I mean, he tried to leave the scene. You know, he had to be tackled.
I would agree with that. I mean, look, maybe not deserved, but maybe justified, more justified, I would say, in the murder charges. Again, it's kind of like, let's charge him first and then justify why we charged him. That's not how the justice system should work. It should be, these are the facts, and this is what we're charging him with because of the facts, not the other way around. I think
it was a really, I don't know how many people were there or like saw, you know, the girls, but it was a really, really sad and like terrible scene. Like people, like it's just, yeah.
Yeah, I can only imagine. Are you kidding? Oof. Yeah. It gives me chills just thinking about it.
I know.
But again, you know, just like the parable I told you in a few videos ago about my former client who accidentally and horrifically ran over and killed a homeless woman on a bicycle a few years ago, almost a decade ago now. Mm-hmm. He was never prosecuted. A woman dead. It was an accident. The detectives investigated the scene. They determined that the cause of death was complete and utter freak accident. He had no intent. He had no idea she was there. Even alcohol that he had in his system, they determined was not enough of a contributory factor, yada, 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 for the accident. Why? I don't know. Because she's homeless. Nobody is there to advocate for her. Nobody's there to say, you know, this was my mother, this was my sister, this was my wife. There's no estate. You know, she probably died intestate, is what we call, without a will. Probably had no assets. Here we have 4 young college kids, so the media blows it up out of proportion. I don't know.
I wanted to ask you, is there any more culpability if you're sober? Like I've heard people say, or I don't know where I heard this, but basically I think maybe a comment or something, people were saying like the people that are drunk, like they're not doing it with intention because they're drunk. They don't know how fast they're going or that they're speeding. But if you're sober, that you have you ever seen that played out in court where the prosecutor says like, actually you're more culpable because you knew what you were doing. You were sober. And so therefore you have more culpability, or no?
It can be. It's an extremely rare type of situation. Probably not something I have seen very often. But I will say this. Like imagine an altercation between 2 people and they both have a knife, okay? Person A has a knife, person B has a knife, and it's a knife fight. Let's just pretend for a second. And they're both dead sober. One of them stabs and kills the other. So you're going to have a case there, okay? That's case number 1. Now take case number 2. Same 2 people. It's a knife fight once again. This is like, I don't know, West Side Story style, okay? A very Shakespearean, modern Shakespearean, West Side Story knife fight. And now in this second scenario, both individuals are intoxicated. And also one of them stabs and kills the other. And that, if you're going to isolate this and this is all you give me, and I'm the prosecutor and I have to determine which case is going to be better for me to prosecute, I would 100% tell you, in my personal opinion, I would much rather have the 2 sober buddies rather than the 2 drunk buddies.
Putting it that way now, and I understand why.
Why?
Yeah.
Tell us why, as a non-lawyer.
Well, because you're like, yeah, you can't say, oh, I was drunk. I was blacked out. I didn't know what I was doing. It's like you were sober and you did it.
Exactly.
You had to know what you were doing.
Culpability is kind of diminished a little bit because, you know, I didn't mean to swing my knife at him. Yeah, we were just horsing around, screwing around. It got a little vicious, you know, and I accidentally sliced his artery. Yeah, I killed the man, but now I'm the prosecutor. I don't know, prosecuting him for murder. I might not get it. I might want to go for murder 2 or reckless homicide or something like that. Whereas in the first example where they're both dead sober having a knife fight, I could maybe easily go for murder. You clearly are of sober mind. You're thinking clearly. You guys got into a knife fight. You know what happens in knife fights. People get killed, arteries get severed,
Yeah.
etc., you bleed out, yada, 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 I could easily go for murder and I would feel much better about my case moving forward in that scenario.
Unless the drunk guy with the knife then gets into fights and
Well, now you're introducing new facts.
people.
Now you're introducing new facts, and that's gonna
I'm just
that's
saying,
going to change.
I'm just saying, if you have a history of being violent when you're drunk, then maybe you should know better than to get drunk. But anyway,
Right, Victor? Somebody with a history of road rage? I don't know. I got my eye on this Victor character. I want to see him again.
yeah, that will be interesting.
Yeah.
Well, all I know is I'm going to be driving like a grandma for like the next foreseeable future, which is probably a good thing. I think if anybody's watching this, if you can take anything from it, it's like just even a split second on your phone. And, it's like I hate to say it, but we've all done it. We've all grabbed the phone, maybe put directions in or whatever. And even
Myself
just
included.
covering this, it's just, I am like, you know what I mean? I almost I'm like, can someone else drive me? I just want to be paying attention at all times when I'm driving. So, but I like to be a passenger princess, so that might be that. I think most girls do.
Oh, Chandler loves being passenger princess. I will say that.
Yes,
That's for sure.
It's just so nice. So
Yeah. Okay. Well, Ari, I wanted to thank you once again for coming and joining me on episode number 9. Folks, we are officially done with day number 1. But before we go, Ari, where can my people find you?
you can find me at Little Miss Jacob everywhere, and I'm Influences on YouTube. I have a Little Miss Jacob channel somewhere, but I can't log in. So anyway, follow me at Influences, and I'll be doing recaps of the case and diving into just what the media was saying. And there's an interesting like Malibu's having these meetings, and it's interesting to get kind of like what the city has to say and all that.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
I'm covering the city angle because I think one of the villains is PCH, and I'm angry, and I can't believe that many people have died on that road and on that highway. And just now that this happened with the 4 women that lost their lives, now they want to do something about it. I mean,
yeah,
it's just like it's really sad.
All it took was 4 young, now deceased college kids in one fell swoop
And
to maybe we're going to start implementing some changes around. Yeah.
And they were my sorority sisters. I was an Alpha Phi. I think they were an Alpha Phi as well.
Really?
And yeah, it's really sad.
Small world. Yeah, very, very sad. Such a tragedy, but does it merit charging a kid with 4 counts of murder type tragedy, Ari?
Yeah. No, and I think everybody knows. I just don't think that. I think there's some people, maybe several people, that are trying to obfuscate their responsibility and accountability.
Victor, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, and I want to get the full story so we can figure out what really happened.
I'm with you. Don't let the media vilify a person before you get the full facts. I mean, here's the counterpoint. Look at Kohberger. Brian Kohberger, just a couple of weeks ago, pled guilty, accepted responsibility, pled guilty in open court. He is going to be sentenced. By the time you watch this video, he may have already been sentenced. But regardless, here's a man who, I don't know how many people, but at least half the country that was like following this case, said, oh, he's innocent, they got the wrong guy, and this and that. And look, he just turns around, pleads guilty, and everybody's like, huh? What just happened? Did he just accept responsibility? So sometimes it's the complete other way around. You think someone is an innocent actor, turns out they're the villain.
Yeah.
So, and here is the polar opposite. The media has portrayed Fraser Bohm as this negative, bad actor, someone who was allegedly speeding down the highway, barreling bat out of hell, like a lot of this language, trying to flee the scene and all this. And the more we keep hearing this story from different witnesses, we're getting a better picture. And now now that we're concluding with day 1, and we still have 2 more days to go. The second day is a little bit shorter, and the third day was much shorter. We're about halfway through, like technically speaking, if you just want to go by pages. But yeah, we at least have like 9 or 10 more episodes that we're going to be able to create out of this series, and I'm really
Oh,
looking forward to
and
concluding it with you, Ari.
no, me too. Thank you. And that reminds me, I was tipped off on another case that Gascon through the book at, I think it was a young lady
Oh,
who, what's that?
I'm listening. I was like, oh,
Oh yeah, Gascon. When he was getting elected into this position, so when this happened to Fraser, he was up for re-election, and basically he wasn't getting the stamp of approval from Newsom, the governor. But before that, there was another case that he tried. I also believe it was murder, but it turns out, what I heard, that she had a seizure. And that's why she hit several people. And I don't know if everybody died or if they were just terribly injured. So I'm going to find the details of that case, because if that's true and this person's also being charged for, the second-degree murder, I think there's a pattern there.
yeah. Are you kidding me? I want to know all about this, as I'm sure as the rest of my audience and your audience.
Yeah. So I'll dig into it. I don't want to, this time I'm going to learn everything before I go on a stream or talk about it, because, it's just like, it's so hard when you don't know the whole story. I'm good at talking about like stuff I know. And now I'm thankfully to you that you wanted to do this with me. And now I feel much more confident talking about this case like I know I'm talking about.
I'm very glad. And the beauty of having these videos pre-recorded is that we can always edit the things when you just go, oh, I actually don't know this. Let me go look that up real quick, which is really convenient. So thanks, Ari. Don't forget to like this video, comment below, subscribe to the channel. Folks, this has been one more installment. I will see you all in part 10. Wow, we're going into the double digits of the preliminary hearing of Mr. Bohm, Fraser Bohm, April 28th, 29th, and 30th of 2025. If you recall, by the way, that was right after opening statements. I believe right around this time, Jennifer McCabe was actually on the witness stand, if I'm not mistaken, in the Karen Reed trial. It was just the beginning of trial number 2, and Alan Jackson was busy, but now he is representing Mr. Bohm, and we will see very shortly, in just a couple of weeks here, we're going to see Mr. Bohm back in court and with his new attorney, Alan Jackson, joining the fray. And I'm really looking forward to continuing covering this case with Ari Jacob. Little Miss Jacob, go subscribe to her. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel as well. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye, everybody.